What's up, guys? Daryl from Smart Shooters, and today I want to talk to you about the FFL process. That's right. If you don't know, now you know. Your boy is officially a FFL. All right, let's talk about what it took. What does it take for you who's thinking about doing it? Let's just have a conversation. Now, before I get rolling on this, I need you to do a few things for me. I need you to like this video, because you already you're gonna like this video. So like the video. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when Smart Shooters drops videos. Then I need you, all right? I'm gonna ask you to do something you haven't done before. I need you to share this video. There's a share button. You can share via text. You can share via social media. Share this video, send it to somebody you know. Let them know, hey, my man's is a FFL dealer and this is how he did it, Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We almost there. Last thing, since we talking about the FFL process, I think it's only right to rock my I Am Black History shirt by G127. If you need a shirt, go to www.ilooklikegod.com. I'm gonna put it right there. Again, that's www.ilooklikegod.com. Get you an I Am Black History shirt. It's not just for February. I'm black all year long, baby, and I'm making history. Let's talk about becoming an FFL dealer. So the first part of becoming an FFL dealer is I had to decide what type of FFL I wanted to be. So if you don't know what an FFL dealer is, FFL is your federal firearms license. You need that in order to sell guns. Okay, you cannot just buy a plethora of guns and then flip them all and sell them. All right, eventually you're gonna hit a number and the ATF is gonna come knocking and say, hey, what are you doing? You probably need a FFL. If you wanna sell firearms, get you a FFL. So the specific FFL license that I chose to go for is an 07. And 07 allows me to do a number of things. It allows me to sell firearms. It allows me to gunsmith. Biggest of all, I can manufacture. Manufacturing isn't even, you think a bunch of machines, you think about mass producing rifles, but if you take the upper of a rifle and put it to a lower of a rifle and connect the two, technically by law, that's manufacturing. And you need a license to do that if you're gonna sell it. So that is why I became an 07. I am coming out with my own line of firearms called Rostic Arms. So if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or anything like that, we've been pushing Rostic Arms real heavy. That is my company. That is gonna be the gun store / manufacturing company where we will make firearms under the Rostic Arms name. I know it's pretty dope. I'm excited, and we'll get into more of that process later. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you, once you decide what kind of FFL you wanna be, is just do your research. Get on Google. Do not pay these companies unless you feel like you need to. Don't pay these companies all this extra money to walk you through the process, all right? The process is straightforward if you download the application from the ATF website. The process is super simple. It's laid out. There's nothing complicated about the process at all. You simply just download the application and fill it out. You're gonna fill out your business information, your personal information, what kind of license you wanna be, how they can take payment. Then you're gonna take a copy of that and mail it out to them, and I'll talk about that more in a second. And then you're gonna take a copy to your local police department. It's gonna go to your chief law enforcement officer of wherever you reside. It simply just lets them know, hey, this person that resides in your township is applying for a federal firearms license. After you've decided and filled out all the paperwork, When you go to mail off your application to the ATF, you have to include a 2x2 photo, passport quality photo, and fingerprints. You got to get fingerprinted and then send them fingerprints. I just went simply to Walgreens, got a passport photo taken. After that, I got my fingerprints taken. And then I mailed the fingerprint card along with the 2x2 photo with the information and request to be on the back of that photo, and I mailed it off to the ATF. All right, boom, hardest part over. Print the application, fill it out, get fingerprinted, get a passport quality photo, mail it off to the ATF. One thing that I should have mentioned before you even send in your application is you should check the zoning of your local township, all right? Because this is something that almost got me into a situation. I called and I asked them and said, hey, can I do this? I'm asking because I'm gonna apply to be a manufacturer. I'm going to manufacture and I'm going to deal these firearms in between different businesses. So most of my transactions will be dealer to dealer. It'll be gun broker stuff. It'll be internet sales. It won't be at my residence because I don't even mess around like that. I don't like people in my space. And he told me, I hear you, sounds good. Go ahead and do it. You wouldn't be violating any zoning things based on what you're telling me. I was like, cool. That's gonna come back up in the story, just so y'all know. It wasn't as cool as he said, but we'll talk about it. So boom, time. I'm waiting. You gotta play the timing game, right? Because the ATF got a lot going on, as we all know. So you gotta wait, and you gotta wait, and you gotta wait. Then you will receive a phone call from a lovely ATF field agent, my field agent. I left it blurry because y'all don't need to know who my field agent is. But you'll get a call from a field agent who's gonna go over your application with you, make sure that you marked everything correctly and that the ATF understands what you're trying to do. Then they're going to ask you, did you talk to your township about zoning? Of course you want to say, yeah, this is who I talked to, this is what they said. And I did that. I was like, hey, I talked to such and such, talked to him. He said I was a green light, I was a go. Not even knowing that, of course, she asked the question she already had the answer to because she talked to him and she said that he wanted to talk to me again because somewhere in the translation, it wasn't clear that I was applying to be a manufacturer. And that's different because manufacturing could include a bunch of machinery. And when you get machinery involved, then there's noise ordinances in the township. Then there's square footage ordinances. And, your neighbor may have to sign off saying they're okay with it, knowing that you're going to be making all this noise as you manufacture stuff. It's a lot into that process. Call my city back. Sup? I was told you want to talk to me. My field agent said she talked to you this morning. And it was like, we never talked before. He was like, hey, so if you want to run me through, like, yeah, what are you thinking? I'm thinking the same stuff I was thinking the last time I talked to you. But nonetheless, I was real respectful because, I'm sure these people talk to hundreds of people a day. Chances are he may not have remembered or he may not have realized when I said I was applying for my FFL that I was going for the 07. I find out my city has a requirement to apply for a business license. So I applied for the business license. I don't need to wait. I called my field agent back, said, hey, had the conversation. He gave me the green light. I applied for the application like they said. My field agent was like, cool. I'm gonna come do the interview because if everything is as they say and you say, then there should be no issue. I don't want me to be the bottleneck. So she scheduled my home visit. This is where so many people get nervous, is that home visit. Like, what are they inspecting? What are they looking for? What kind of things could they see that would make them not give you a license? Let's talk about that. So some time go past. My field agent comes to the house. And I gotta say, for my region, my field agent was super nice. She was not what I expect. I was not expecting to have a friendly conversation. I was not expecting as many smiles as I got. What I was expecting was boom, boom, boom. You violate this, you go to jail, lose your license. You violate this, you go to jail, you lose your license. Boom, boom. Memorize everything, and if you mess up one time, it's over. And it just wasn't that. When they come to the house, they're coming to lay out the rules for you. They're coming to lay out the laws. They're coming to lay out the requirements, and they will lay out the consequences if you don't follow. But that's what they're coming for. They're not coming to inspect your actual home. They will ask you things like, what security measures do you have in place? Do you, I got a safe where I'm gonna keep everything in. My safe is like 6 feet tall. It bolts to the floor. Got a home alarm system, camera system. Boom. That was it. There's the only question about that. And then it was moving on. Like my favorite part of the interview was her walking me through the 4473, because I finally understand the back end of the process and so many transactions that I have, whether I got delayed or if something happened and I had to finish the sale another day. Now I understand the extra paperwork and stuff that had to happen on the back end. Before I was like, come on, bro. But after she walked me through the form, I was like, oh, that's why they do what they do. So home visit was harmless. Took about 2 hours and some change. And it really was just her laying out the requirements of everything. And a ton of, hey, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Do you want to do this? Like she was like, hey, I can walk you through the NFA thing if you want to sell NFA items. She kept saying, hey, if you have questions, call me. You want a walkthrough of whatever, call me. Like, that's what I'm here for. And I can't lie, it was completely not what I expected from the ATF. I expected, again, this hard ass, do what we say, you're going to jail kind of person. And the internet will definitely sway your perception of stuff, because I thought ATF agents was pure assholes, and I'm sure there's some out there, but this lady was so nice, man. She was so nice, and she did an amazing job at just making sure I understood everything. When she got there, I already had like 36 questions wrote out, and she was like, don't even ask me yet. Let's run through this, and I promise I'm gonna answer most of them, if not all of them. By the time we got to the end, I ain't had nothing to ask her because she really ran through it all. So we talked about everything from how to fill out 4473s, what do I have to include when I sell firearms, regulations for gun shows, when I start manufacturing, after I manufacture a certain amount, certain tax kicks in. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I just had questions on that she was able to lay out for me in such an understandable way. It wasn't just her reading everything line for line and asking for questions. She was explaining things to me. She was walking me through what it actually takes to be a successful FFL dealer. Like, I thought that was amazing and awesome. So shout out to my field rep from the ATF, because it was an amazing experience dealing with somebody who, when we hear ATF, we think they're coming for our pistol braces. Now they're gonna change the rule on fully automatic. Now dealers are gonna keep records forever. Now they're building the secret gun registry. But we don't think about the people who actually care about the people. Like, she genuinely seemed like she cared about me as a dealer, as somebody who was saying, hey, this is my passion. This is what I want to do and get into. Can you help me? Like, She was there for that. The rest of the process was smooth sailing. Finished up our visit. After we finished the visit, she made sure I didn't have no questions. She gave me a list of people to contact for certain circumstances, and then she left. Waited for that paper to come in the mail. As John Legend would say, give me the green light. For the most part, getting the FFL was so easy. It's really not complicated. The complicated part of it is putting together your business plan. When you get your business plan, like that part figured out, because that's where my money went into, that's where my time went into. What y'all think, man? Would y'all want to become an FFL? I know a lot of people make guides to walk people through this, and to be honest, I can't say guides are garbage, because it really, really could help you in your state, in your township. People may know how to deal with certain people. They may know what they want to hear, and that may be the tribal knowledge is what they're selling you. But for those of y'all who like me and was like, listen, I already got so much money tied up in what I'm trying to do that I really don't have the money to be trying to pay somebody to teach me something that Google can teach me or YouTube can teach me. This is the YouTube video for you, to let you know, hey, listen, the FFL process is not hard. Why am I telling you this? Because you can do it too. Like, I truly don't believe in competition. I believe if I'm always striving to be my best, it doesn't matter what anybody else has going on. And I always believe if I give somebody else the information, that more information is coming back to me. That's the thought process behind this. I know a lot of people say, why are you telling everybody how to do this, man? The person down the street from you may start a FFL now, for sure. And if they got the willpower and determination and the dollars to keep up, because it's a lot. I don't really worry about it. I'm not the first person to get an FFL, and I'm sure I'm not gonna be the last. So anyway, y'all, that was a long video just to tell y'all, got my FFL. Rustic Arms is a thing. I hadn't talked about it for a while because I wanted to make sure everything was good, and I had to have a plan. Like, the FFL part of it, I promise y'all, is really the easiest part. It's having a plan, so you're not just, like, if your plan is just to do transfers for $25, $30, you gonna be out of business real quick. So let me know what y'all thought of this video in the comments. If you still here and you still watching, shout outs to you. I figured it was no better month to drop this video than Black History. I am Black History. Don't forget to go get your shirt at www.ilooklikegod.com. I got an intro video coming for Rustic Arms, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I'll catch y'all next video. Peace.